Nehemiah 6, 6 through 7. Nehemiah 6, 6 through 7. Gershom tells me that everywhere he goes, he hears that the Jews are planning to rebel. This is what they were telling the king, trying to get them from stop doing this. This was not at all what they would do, and they would never overthrow Persia. Greece would, and they would win their freedom from Greece. They kind of earned freedom stuff from Persia, but never break free from it. And it was never their intent. It was their intent to have spiritual liberty, which Persia allowed. Greece tried to take that, and then they overtook Greece. So this was a lie just causing trouble. And there'll be lies thrown at us as Christians and towards the church trying to hinder us. We just need to stay strong and keep letting the Lord lead us. Staying true to Him and His Word. That is why you are building the wall. He was building the wall to protect them against people like these who are trying to attack them. He claims you plan to be their king. That is being said. Okay, first off, Nehemiah, I believe, was from the priest tribe. The king, they would have been waiting for Messiah. They wouldn't have allowed Nehemiah to be king anyway. Nehemiah, they possibly could have, but it wouldn't have been God's will. It wouldn't have been purpose. It wouldn't have been His plan, and they would have secretly known that, so it would have been no point for this to happen. This is just ridiculous. But it's caused trouble. And ultimately, we can look at the trouble people cause us, and if we take ourselves out of it for a minute, we can often see how ridiculous it truly is. Verse 7. He also reports that you have appointed prophets to campaign for you at Jerusalem by saying, "Look, Nehemiah is just the man we need." First off, they probably would have been prophets appointed, but appointed by God, not by Nehemiah. If a prophet appointed by Nehemiah, they don't understand God's working in this. Because they don't understand God. They don't accept God. So the world's viewpoint on things, because they don't see God working, is so twisted, so tainted. Secondly, that goes into the point that man shouldn't be calling anybody to serve. They should encourage, they should help, we should train. But God's the one that calls. And if God isn't the one that calls, then it isn't going to be as effective as it needs to be. And oftentimes hindered. You can be very sure that I am going to pass these interesting comments to King Artaxerxes. I suggest that you come and talk it over with me, for that is the only way you can save yourself. First off, this king wouldn't have allowed this if he didn't trust Nehemiah. We see how the king trusts Nehemiah. Secondly, he was just trying to have him talk so he could kill him. This was the plot. This was the plan. And other bigger problems oftentimes lies can distract us from what is. And that's one of the tactics of Satan, is trickery, lying, deceit. We need to watch out for that and stay true to the Word, which is true, and Him and His way, and stay in it. I suggest, verse 8, my reply was, you know you are lying. There isn't one bit of truth in your whole story. He saw right past it and stayed focused on God. When we're staying focused on God, oftentimes we will see the lies. We won't fall to them. We won't be caught up in them. You're just trying to scare us into stopping our work. Our Lord God, please strengthen me. So he understands this. He's there to weaken him, and he needs strength. So first off, he seeks the Lord in that. Secondly, he doesn't plan on stopping because this person says it. He has authority to do this. We have authority from God to serve. in certain areas. We don't need to let man stop us from doing that.